So I think that everything that's been going on between Trump and the media is actually designed by Trump with a very special purpose in mind. And I think it started back a year ago, more than a year ago, um, when he was a potential nominee battling against the I don't 40, 47 different Republican um, presidential hopefuls. And at that time, what he did was he went from one to the next, um, beating them up, destroying their credibility, destroying how people perceived them, and in doing so, ended up bringing people to himself. Well, if you don't like this guy and you don't like that guy, I'm the logical choice. I'm the next one. Eventually, he faced Hillary Clinton, did a similar thing with her, um, and other things as well. Of course, I mean he's not just a bad mouth type of a candidate. I mean he's got a lot of great policies too. Eventually, when he became the potential nominee to the candidate to now the president, now the media has went from, oh, we're gonna play nice with this guy because he says outrageous things. Now they're attacking him because he says outrageous things, and he is really working that up. I think that he's doing it on purpose. I think that the leaks are coming from his direction, as far as a lot of the false information coming from, and that important purpose is very simple. Every Republican will tell you the mainstream media is out to get them, and they can't get a fair shake in the media, and everybody in the media is against Republicans. What Trump is doing, I believe, is he has taken out his biggest adversaries in the Republican Party with Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. Then he went on to Hillary Clinton. Then he is currently up against the media. And he's getting the media to basically destroy themselves. They're running stories that are not true and they have to retract them. They're running stories that they're running the risk of getting in lawsuits over, because he's using their weakness against them, which is they can't wait to get Trump. So he's dangling some of that information that's just too tasty for him. They've got to reach out and grab it. And when they reach out and grab that little tidbit of information here and there, they get slapped in the hand because it's not true. It's false. It's fake. And it's fake news. And I think that he is generating that fake news and giving it to them with unnamed sources, and they're grabbing it up because they just can't help themselves. They play it and then they look bad. And then they play it and then they retract their story. And then they retract their story and they fire some people. And pretty quick, it won't take long, the American people are going to look at the news and they're going to say, we can't trust anything that they say. We can't believe them. We can't do anything based on what the media says because the media is always wrong. They can't get it right. They can't help themselves but get it wrong. And so eventually they're going to end up being completely discredited and won't even need to bother doing news anymore because nobody will watch it anyway. And when that happens, Trump will turn his attention to the next thing, which is whatever he decides it is at the time. I don't know that. But he is working the media overseas. He's working the media here. And then he's turning around and he's bypassing the media by tweeting. He's bypassing the media by not working directly with them, but trying to work more directly with the people through tweets and things like that. And when the midterms come around, when the 2020 presidential election comes around, he is taking this battle now, and he's taking his lumps now. But when the midterm and then the regular election happen, the media will basically be beaten down, and even though it is against Republicans and pro-Democrat, pro-liberal, it won't matter because most of the people will disregard the news from certain outlets. And of course, there's always diehard people that will never give it up. But so he's really trying to take out his next biggest adversary now. And maybe healthcare doesn't go through, maybe tax reform doesn't go through right now. But once the media gets out of the way, it's going to be a lot easier to accomplish some of those other goals that he has. And I think that what he's doing is very, very politically wise and very business wise, because as a businessman, he knows that it's not necessarily today that is that important. It's down the road. If he can overcome the media now, down the road he's going to have an easier time. If he placates the media now, he's going to get screwed the whole time. And he knows that. And so he's taking that on now, and then he's going to follow up with some of his other things later on. If he is the cause of the leaks, of all the false information, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.